We're dinking around with Eddie and Webby. Dinking around with Eddie and Webby tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Desktop pickleball. This should be interesting. Oh, hey, how's it going? This is Webby, not Eddie.
And I'm Eddie, and this is our 90th Dinking Around.
Oh, yeah, the big 9-0. Can you believe it?
The big, not give them your 9-0 face.
9-0.
I wonder how many people are going to get that reference. The desktop pickleball, have you played with that? Is that something you can play with at work? What is it all about?
Yeah, it's supposed to be something that you can play on your desk. You probably could take it to work or whatever. Very tiny, as you can see by the box here. It's very small, so I'm very curious. I haven't opened it up yet, so I'll probably do a little video review of it to see how it goes.
Nice. Well, Webby, I bet you the paddles are going to be good, but not nearly as good as the paddles made by our friends over at Volair Pickleball. Guys, if you want to get your hands on some of the best pickleball paddles out there, you got to go check out Volair. Volair.com. You can use coupon code PB for life, and you're going to get what, Webby?
You will get yourself 10% off your order, and you're also going to show us some support in the process, which we thank you for.
That's right. Get your hands on, again, some of the best paddles. I have been enjoying playing with my Control 1 Forza. It's a great paddle. It suits my game incredibly well. Webby, what have you been playing with lately?
Well, the Mach 2 Forza has been my favorite for a long time, but the more I play with the Control 2 Forza, the more I like it. And I guess as of right now, I would say the Control 2 Forza is my go-to paddle.
Well, again, guys, get a good paddle from Volair. Volair.com, coupon code PB for life, 10% off your order. You really cannot go wrong.
Yep, you cannot go wrong, just like I hope we don't go wrong when I ask you the question.
What in the world is in that drink? What you got in that drink?
No. I'm going to ask you the question.
What in the world is in that drink? What you got in that drink?
All right, so my drink of choice for this episode is a bit on the interesting side. It grabbed my attention as I was walking through the aisles of the liquor store I was at. And this is called Nasty Beast Hard Tea from Monster, the Monster energy drink company. There's not any caffeine added to this. So most Monster drinks are jam-packed with caffeine. The only caffeine in this is the natural caffeine that's in tea because it is brewed with tea. But it was a variety pack, so there's 3 to choose from, and I would like you to choose which flavor I go with. We've got original, we've got tea and lemonade, which is basically an Arnold Palmer, and we've got peach. So I don't know if the original is supposed to be just sweet tea flavored. I'm not totally sure about that, but which flavor is speaking to you? That's the one I will drink.
Let's go with the original for now because I want you to get a baseline, and then maybe in future episodes you can go to the other flavors.
All right, but yeah, this should be interesting. This is something I don't typically drink these days. I will say before I get into craft beer, I was a big fan of things like Twisted Tea, which was basically a hard Arnold Palmer. I liked the Not Your Father's root beer. I liked Mike's Hard Lemonade type stuff. So I feel like this is stuff that I would have been all about 10 years ago, but haven't really drank a whole lot of this type of stuff lately. But it looks a lot like iced tea. The color is very iced tea looking, but I'll wait to take a sip until we find out what you are drinking.
Well, it's still Operation Clean Out Eddie's garage fridge full of beer before I buy anything new. And a couple weeks ago in the episode, I had a beer that was given to us by my friend from Tennessee, William Keisel. This one's from High Cotton Brewing Company. And Webby, you've been enjoying some nice darker beers lately on the episode, and I haven't really been drinking a lot of beer, but when I do, I want it to mean something, and that's why I went with this Scottish ale. As you can see, it's beautifully dark in color. Brewed and canned in Memphis, Tennessee. It's only 5.5% alcohol by volume, so I think it's going to be good. But let's see. It's probably going to taste better than yours. Cheers.
Probably. Cheers. And by the way, mine is 6% alcohol, in case you wondered.
Got it. Oh, man, that is good.
This smells just like sweet tea.
Really? So if you went to a restaurant and they have sweet tea or unsweetened iced tea, which one are you going to get?
If I'm just getting it by itself, I would get sweet tea. If I was mixing it with something like if I wanted an Arnold Palmer, typically I would mix lemonade with an unsweetened iced tea. But by itself, I would go with sweet tea. I am a sweet tea fan.
Got it. I think it's awful. I think iced tea is so good on its own, and sweet tea, I don't know, whoever invented that, I don't like it. I know people from the South are going to be mad at me. I don't care. Hot take. Sweet tea sucks.
All right, so I took a couple sips, and to be honest, I actually don't mind it. I think I would get this again. It's not too sweet. It definitely tastes like sweet tea. I can't tell that it's alcoholic. So that's kind of dangerous. It does not taste like alcohol whatsoever. So yeah, it basically just tastes like I'm drinking sweet tea. So if you like sweet tea and you like stuff spiked, then this could be for you.
That's good. When I think of Monster, I usually think of like minor chemical burns in your stomach type of situation. So glad to hear that, it's not burning a hole in your stomach there.
So I will be enjoying this, but right now, it looks like it's about time.
Now it's time for Memes of the Week. Yeah!
That's right, Memes of the Week, where Eddie and I each bring a meme that we found on the internet that is pickleball related. So Eddie, let's start with you. What did you find this week?
Well, Webby, it's another Memes of Pickleball, bringing it. I just can't stop. It's so good. Did you happen to watch the mixed doubles bronze medal match from Sunday night in Mesa PPA?
I did not. I was a little too busy, so I didn't get a chance to tune in.
Well, it was different. And if you're watching it from home, you might be like, what is going on? And I think that this meme pretty much sums it up. So this is from Memes of Pickleball. The intensity of the bronze medal matches might rival Championship Sunday. I mean, does Ben even care about being out there? Like, look at him. What is this? Are they warming up? Like, is this the match? That's enough. I can't even take any more of it, to be honest with you.
So was that legit? Like, that was legit during an actual match?
That was the bronze medal match.
Wow.
First of all,
what was happening?
I got to say, like, Catherine and Annalise seemed like they were putting in some effort, right? Despite the fact that Ben seemed like he could have cared less to be there, and this was just kind of a joke to him. I mean, is that how you interpreted that?
Yeah, I would even say he couldn't care less to be there. But
yeah, couldn't care less to be there.
It's I can't believe that was actual match footage. Like it seriously looked like they were just warming up and goofing off.
Well, that was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Memes of Pickleball definitely nailed it again. Like, what?
Yeah, that music was a great touch.
Right. I mean, what is happening? Like that looked like a warm-up session for like a 4-5 70+ group. Like, just, I don't know. That was absolutely bizarre to me. But
wow.
That was my meme this week. Webby, what do you got for us?
So this is one that made me laugh quite a bit when I first saw it, and this is a collaboration between Camila Zilvetti and Ava Ignatowicz, and this is 3 ways to assert dominance over your pickleball partner.
3 ways to assert dominance over your pickleball doubles partner.
So, what side do you want to play?
I'll play left. I got it. Well done, little one.
It's just so wacky, but it cracked me up when I saw that, and it made me think. Can you imagine like if you or I did that, like when teaming up with just some random person, or even like in mixed doubles? Can you imagine us doing that to our female partner?
It's so funny. We should totally do it. She'd be like, that was good. And walk up and kiss him on the forehead every time.
Oh man, but they have some fun content together. It looks like they have a blast together. I love seeing that kind of thing. Like it just to me that reminds me of like why I fell in love with pickleball, just having fun while out there, busting your butt on the court, but also having fun, having a good laugh. So nice job. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yeah, pickleball needs more of this. I mean, it's great to have the younger influence coming in, but with good content like this that appeals to the masses, but also draws in the younger crowd, I think is very important. And you're right. You can tell that they have a great chemistry and dynamic out there that I hope they do more videos like this.
Yeah, for sure. Great job. Keep it up. But that was our memes of the week.
If you guys have a meme that you want us to review, go ahead and post it down in the comments below. We'd love to share it with the world. We think these are great, but I think it's time.
Now it's time for Topics of the Week.
That's right. It's Topics of the Week, where every week Webby and I pick a topic that is pickleball related, and we talk about it. But this isn't meant to just be a conversation between him and I. We want you guys to let us know down in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this? And do you have a comment or maybe a hot take out there that you want us to be able to discuss? Definitely let us know. Webby, I'm so happy that we've been having some great interaction down in the comments section below our videos.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We've had a lot of great interaction. Very interesting to hear other people's takes on the stuff that we talk about. So definitely keep them coming.
Keep them coming. But Webby, what topic you got for us this week?
Well, to help introduce the topic I'm going to talk about, I would like to actually play one of the song parodies I did a few years ago. So let's go ahead and roll it. I've got the yips again. I just can't seem to serve the ball, my friend. I do not know what's happening inside my head, but I hope I never get these yips again. That's right. My topic for today is the yips. And in case anybody is not familiar with what the yips is, here is a good description that I found on the internet. In sports, the yips are a sudden and unexplained loss of ability to execute certain skills in experienced athletes. Symptoms of the yips are losing fine motor skills and psychological issues that impact the muscle memory and decision-making of athletes, leaving them unable to perform basic skills of their sport. Some common examples are golfers forgetting how to putt, like really experienced golfers, just all of a sudden they cannot putt to save their lives. Kickers in football, when they're trying to kick a field goal, it just way left, way right every time. They just can't do it. And in our case, in pickleball, the serve. People just all of a sudden, they could have been playing pickleball for years, and just all of a sudden, almost every one of their serves is either in the net or out of bounds, and they just can't lock in and get their serve. Have you ever experienced that on your end?
I'm very lucky. I have never experienced that, fortunately. But I think it's just because I'm married to someone who has their master's degree in sports psychology. She's been good at helping me understand kind of the mental state in sports. And although I have a long ways to go, I think I've gotten myself to a point to where I can address something before it turns into the yips. But again, I think I'm very fortunate for my circumstance because I know a lot of very good people who have had it. I'm assuming you've had it before, right?
I have. And the reason I brought it up is because I've known, like in the last few months, at least 3 people that have been playing pickleball for just about as long as you and I have, which is like 7 years or so. And 3 different people all of a sudden started experiencing the yips. And then it made me think of when I had the yips. It was probably, I think, my second, maybe third year into the game. And it seemed like every time I would do a tournament, it's just like I forgot how to serve all of a sudden. It's the weirdest thing. And it even got so bad at one point, like I was so embarrassed by it happening. It made me not want to do tournaments anymore because I was like, man, what is happening? Like, can I not handle the pressure so much that I can't even do a simple serve? Luckily, I eventually got over it, and I do feel like I got some like good mental coaching to help me get through it and stuff like that. My first tournament of this year that I did over at Bash Pickleball Club, I had 3 serves in a row that I hit out of bounds, and I was like, oh man, am I getting the yips back? But one thing that I did that really helped, and it's something that I couldn't have done when I experienced the yips a number of years ago because this wasn't a legal thing to do at the time, but the drop serve. I found if I ever am having issues doing my normal serve, just do a drop serve, and something about it, it's just way easier to control, way easier to keep in bounds. And so that's something that I would suggest to anybody out there. If you do experience the yips and if you don't normally do a drop serve, try doing a drop serve. And I feel like that is a really good way to overcome it. And then just keep doing that until you get your confidence back and then go back to your normal serve. But that's one reason why a lot of people, when they first get into pickleball, the instructors might teach them right away to do the drop serve just because it's so much easier to do than the traditional serve that people are used to. So for me, I feel like that's the biggest tip I could give if you're experiencing the yips is try doing the drop serve.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Something to kind of just switch it up a little bit, right? Get you out of the funk. Because like you talked about it, for you, it led to a lot of embarrassment and it made it to where you didn't want to even play tournaments. Well, those negative thoughts are likely contributing to the yips continuing to stay. And so being able to kind of shake it up to get your way out of it, I think is important. I think you nailed it with the drop serve. I actually did a video on Simone's YouTube channel with Phil Metz about, 5 years ago at this point, about some tips as well that might help. You maybe even consider throwing a link down in the description below for that as well, because they both shared their perspective on how to do it, and they both have had the yips at their level. So I think we need to also, kind of to your point, remove the shame from it, right? It's nothing to be embarrassed about. We've all had situations like that. So, I think we need to remove the shame part of it. In fact, I know one of our guy friends from Grand Rapids, he's had it happen to him a couple of times. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, but he's an incredible player, and it happens.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like you said, it can happen to anybody at any skill level. We've had numerous pros in the past when we had pro pickleball players on more regularly. A lot of them said they have experienced the yips. I remember Cassandra Gerke said that she experienced it for like months, and eventually it finally went away. But yeah, it is totally a mental thing. And kind of like what you said, when I was at my worst, I know I was getting into my own head. So I would just think anytime I go to serve, I was like just don't screw up. Don't screw this one up. Don't screw this one up. And that's all I focus on is like telling myself not to screw it up. And of course, then I would screw it up. So yeah, if you could just somehow clear your mind and yeah, that's the toughest part is just getting the mental control to stop it from happening, but much easier said than done.
If I was your partner and it happened and I walked up to you and I was like, just relax, Webby, just relax. That's probably going to help you, right?
Honestly, like if it was you and me and you said that, I think it would help me just because I feel like we have some kind of weird chemistry and weird bond to where like if we rip on each other, it makes us laugh and then it makes us kind of like lose the pressure that we put on ourselves.
Yeah.
I can see it now working for most people.
Yeah. I mean, when you want to get somebody to relax, yelling, just relax at them. And
right.
Like, what's your problem? This is all in your head. Those are all great tips.
Right. Great tips if you want to be a horrible person and a horrible partner.
Yeah. That's great.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up just in case anybody else has experienced that recently, or if you've seen others that experience it, just know that you're definitely not alone. And hopefully you can find ways to overcome it. And yeah, it's not fun, but you'll definitely get over it. If you're experiencing it, you'll get over it.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
But yeah, that was my topic for the day. Eddie, what do you got this week?
Webby, I have some very exciting news. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, I'm making a little bit of a career change. And instead of a ball the size of the wiffle ball, I'm moving down to a ball the size of a ping pong ball because I'm actually going to be working with Major League Table Tennis.
Nice. Very cool. I like it.
Thank you. Yeah. So obviously, with what's gone down with close call replay, I think it was time for a little bit of a career change for a number of reasons. Number one, the pro pickleball landscape, especially on the UPA side of things, is just getting a little bit toxic, a little bit heavy. It's not as fun as it was. The kind of backyard barbecue wholesome feel to the sport on that side. I think it's gone. I don't know if it's gone forever, but would you agree that that kind of feeling and sentiment has really shifted away from what the UPA is kind of putting out there?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I totally agree that it has happened. It just does not have the same feeling that it used to. I feel like one of the reasons why I fell in love with pickleball was just because of the social aspect and how accepting it was of everybody, and just you just show up, have a great time. When pro pickleball first got started, it was just super fun. But man, I don't get that same feeling when it comes to PPA events specifically. And hopefully that changes. But right now, I'm not a huge fan of the direction that it's going.
Yeah, I'm with you. And maybe this is just part of the natural transition of sports. Maybe we were both a little naive to think that it could grow to the level that it needed to without losing a little bit of that. But I don't know. I still think there could have been a different path for professional pickleball when it came to that. One that was more aligned with kind of the wholesome feel that I mentioned about pickleball, right? That still kept honesty, transparency, and ethics at the forefront of what was being built. And I don't feel like the direction that that's going, and actually not even the direction that it's going, where it is right now in its current state, really aligns with me. And, with close call replay, we were just so focused on there's a need in pro pickleball. Let's build a system. Let's revolutionize the sport and let's get it in there. And perhaps we maybe just ignored some of the working aspects of how that was going to happen and put those aside and just focused purely on growing the sport and realized at the end of the day, we probably should have thought about that a little bit more, how it was going to be interacting with the UPA and all that. And we really didn't. And, whatever. I still don't consider it to be a failure. I feel like we've changed the sport forever. I feel like we've forced everyone to level up their replay challenge system, whether it's the actual technology used or the process. It had a great impact. And man, did we learn a lot. I still literally have scars to remind me of that crazy experience. So I'm grateful for it. But it's time for me to move on. And so that's why I saw this job opportunity in Major League Table Tennis. And for those of you guys that have been on the podcast for a long time, you know that I had a background in technology. And actually, I used to work for the same company that Webby still does for a very long time. It was actually like my first job that I stuck with. And it's a great company. I mean, I know, Webby, you've loved working there. How long have you been there for now?
I've been there for 14 years now.
That's insane to think about,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the fact that we're old enough to where you could have had an actual career at a place for 14 years is just still kind of crazy to me. But
man,
yeah. But it was a great company. I learned a lot, and I got a lot of IT experience, whether it was leading teams, whether it was actually coding and as a software developer. And then I was able to use those talents over at Jigsaw Health with the Tuesday Night Pickleball production and really being kind of I think my title there was production wizard, but really I was just kind of the lead production engineer for that company, which also, gave me a skill set to apply to close call replay. So I think taking all of those skills and putting it with an organization that can benefit from it and I can feel passionate about and really enjoy what I'm doing, it seems like Major League Table Tennis is just a perfect fit for that.
Oh yeah, it seems like it's going to be a great fit. I think it's going to be a perfect role for you. Now, one thing that some of our audience might be thinking, especially I've been doing more in the padel world, and now you're going to be focusing on table tennis. People are probably wondering, are we abandoning the pickleball world? What do you have to say to people that are worried about that?
Here, come in close. Come in real close. We are not abandoning pickleball. We might be taking a little step back from maybe being part of the professional side of it and maybe focusing on more the amateur side and kind of continuing to play. And, Webby, I don't think you're going to stop anytime soon posting tournament vlogs.
Definitely not.
Pickleball is always going to be at a part of what we do. But does it mean that we can't also include other paddle sports that are pretty adjacent to pickleball, like maybe table tennis, like maybe padel? I don't know. I think it could be fun. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. Webby, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think there could be some great correlation. In fact, the first time I ever played padel, I made a video that I posted on the Eddie and Webby channel talking about the similarities and differences between padel and pickleball. Like, would you guys want to see more of that kind of thing? Just to learn about the similarities and the differences and stuff like that. And I am going to start probably doing some padel tournaments and stuff. Do you guys want to see that kind of stuff? Would you rather that kind of stay separate? I mean, let us know what you guys think, and we could alter some things.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll try it out and see how it goes. But anyway, I'm really excited about this new role. I start pretty soon. They are just finishing up their second season of Major League Table Tennis. And just to give you the 2-minute spiel, Major League Table Tennis is actually the USA's first professional table tennis league, if you can believe it. Like, I would have just assumed that there would have been a ton of leagues based on the popularity of the sport worldwide. Would you have assumed that too?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, ping pong, table tennis, I mean, that's been super popular for as long as I can remember. So yeah, I'm very surprised that this is the first of its kind.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The guy that started it and is running it, Flint Lane, very passionate about it. He's a retired tech guy, and I just don't think he handled retirement well, and he had to have a new project, and this was his baby, and he's grown it to a really nice level so far, and I'm happy to help even move it to the next level. And check it out. Actually, there's a couple events going on pretty soon. They currently stream to YouTube all of their matches, so you can check out the Major League Table Tennis YouTube channel. And they also just got a media deal with CBS Sports too. So it's kind of cool that there's going to be that much exposure on, the national scale for table tennis as well. And I think there's going to be some huge opportunities over the next few years as it continues to grow.
That's awesome. I'm super excited to see what kind of stuff you have in store. And one kind of fun fact, some people might not realize this, maybe some of our hardcore followers, but I have actually done a couple of videos where I featured some ping pong in the past. In fact, when I played against Zane Navertil in our episode of Webby versus Everybody, there was one of the matches where he used the ping pong paddle while I used a pickleball paddle. He still destroyed me.
Never played pickleball with ping pong paddle before, but I figured, there's no better time to try. 0-0. Oh, yeah! Let's go! Come on!
And after that, we ended up doing a ping pong match, and he kicked my ass on the ping pong table as well. But also, I have a long-standing challenge in the works with Ben Johns, where he is going to play against me, where he uses a drink coaster and I use a ping pong paddle. So we've got that still going in the works. We just
that was from like over 5 years ago, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Yeah.
Simone's tournament in 2020,
Yeah.
right before COVID, when you were supposed to do it?
Yeah, it was supposed to happen during that tournament. We could not find a ping pong table anywhere near the venue.
Yeah.
And then I found a place with a ping pong table, but Ben ended up being too busy to where we weren't able to connect. Yeah, just one thing or another. I think he's just scared, to be honest. I think he does not think that he can beat me, even though he'll be using a drink coaster and I'll be using a ping pong paddle. I think he's scared, and he's pretty sure I'm going to win. So
Do you have a video of him challenging you to that, or of him accepting the challenge?
yes, there's a video of him accepting the challenge, and I ordered a Cameo from Ben. Like when he got on the Cameo service. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cameo. That's where like a bunch of celebrities are on there, and you can pay to have them give you a personal message, or you can have a birthday message for a friend or loved one or something like that. And I had, just to support him, I ordered a Cameo, and I was just like, hey, say something about our ping pong challenge.
What's up, Eddie? What's up, Webby? Congrats on 80 amazing episodes, guys. What I'm waiting for is that 100th episode where the finale is going to be me versus Webby in ping pong, coaster versus regular paddle.
I'm ready, Ben. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
He challenged us 2 times. Didn't he also challenge us once to play 2 versus 1 against him? And he was gonna hit with that like metal like grilling spatula.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
If you have that video, we should play that right now.
Word on the street was that Ben Johns feels that his spatula skills are so good that he could easily beat you and I at pickleball with him using a spatula. And he sent me a video clip as a response.
Hi, Webby. Consider this your official challenge for a 1 versus 2 match. Me against you and Eddie, and I have to use a spatula. Not this one. I'm going to use a nice metal one. My choice.
One thing I want to add to that too is I talked with Hannah Johns pretty shortly after he sent that, and she said something along the lines of like, do not play against him with that. He can smash the shit out of the ball with that thing, and you're going to get hit and you're going to get injured.
Oh, no. Don't let him do that. No. It's a really bad idea. He played against our family with the spatula. He's a danger, a hazard to the world with the spatula because you can hit it so hard. Like you cannot hit it with a paddle. He hit so many of us. We had huge pickleball welts everywhere.
Yes.
No, it's not a good idea. He can hit it really hard. I know the spatula he's going to use, and it's dangerous.
It was metal. It was kind of bent. It had a real long. Yep.
It's long, and it's an industrial metal spatula.
Got it.
Yeah, it's crazy. He can beat most people in pickleball and ping pong, no matter what he uses as the paddle.
That's great, man. Well, I hope that also by getting involved in Major League Table Tennis, I can actually take more lessons, play more, be around it more, which can help my game, which could also help my pickleball game. So I think there's a lot of overlap between the two, which I'm really excited to dig into and find out how much overlap truly is there between table tennis and pickleball.
Yeah, and I would love to see you do a video about that too, just to show like what kind of things are good, like can help with both ping pong and pickleball. So is it offensive to table tennis players when people call it ping pong? Like, is there anything to that?
I don't think so. I mean, the guy that owns Major League Table Tennis, he also owns a ping pong facility where you can go and play at, which I'm actually going to tonight in Naples, called Naples Pong. So I think it's, especially in the United States, like you can say table tennis or ping pong. But I think on the world scale, table tennis is maybe just a little bit more preferred, I guess. I don't really know. I hope to discover that a little bit more and find out what the difference is and why there's such a big difference.
Yeah, I was always curious about that. And then it kind of reminds me about padel. A lot of people call it paddle. I feel like the people that have been involved in it the longest call it paddle, but newer people call it padel. And also I was told that just in the States, it's mostly called padel just because there's paddle tennis and paddle ball, stuff like that. So they call it padel just to differentiate it a little more. But from what I understand, like the originators call it paddle.
Well, let me ask you this, Webby. The thing you hold in your hand when you're playing table tennis or ping pong, what is that called?
I call that a ping pong paddle.
I used to as well. Turns out it's a racket.
Are you serious?
I am not kidding you. And I could even pull up a website to show you what I mean, because I was very surprised by it. I always assumed that a racket actually meant like, something that had strings in it. But if you see here, I just happen to go to table tennis store, rackets. And so it says table tennis rackets include both ready-to-play ping pong paddles or table tennis blades. And so I think the difference is like when you buy a professional table tennis racket, you're just buying a blade and then you're buying the rubber that goes over it and you're applying it with glue. So it would kind of be like buying, like the core of a pickleball paddle, and then you can apply your own face to it and then reapply it if it wears off and stuff like that. I don't know. That's what I think. If you guys out there know, put it down in the comments below, because again, this is still new for me. I hope to figure it out someday, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard it referred to as a racket. But I also saw on that website, it said ready ready to play ping pong paddle.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Who knows? I guess we'll find out. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. Again, pickleball is not going anywhere. Don't worry. Just a little bit of change in focus. Super excited about it. And I can't wait to get in there, start doing some awesome stuff. So thank you guys. Webby, that's it. That's my topic this week. I am done talking about it.
I like it. I thought that was great. I'm excited for your new chapter in life. Excited for any new content you can make about it. So yeah, everybody just stay tuned. And if you like our content, make sure you subscribe to the Eddie and Webby Pickleball channel. Click on that thumbs up and comment and share with your friends, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, let's talk about our friends over at Jigsaw Health. Great segue there, but I mean it though. If you guys want to support a company that is ran by really good people, they care about the people that they work with, they care about the products that they make, they want their products to make you feel better, to live a healthier life, and they're also obsessed with pickleball. These are the kind of companies you want to support. And you can do that by going to jigsawhealth.com and using coupon code PB4Life10 to get what, Webby?
You will get yourself 10% off your order, and it'll show us some support in the process, which we are very appreciative of.
Absolutely. I use some of Jigsaw Health's products on a day-to-day basis. I love their pickleball cocktail. Their blue raspberry is my favorite flavor. Webby, how have you been staying hydrated with Jigsaw products lately?
Well, as a matter of fact, this morning I played a bunch of pickleball. I played a couple hours of open play, and then I also did some singles matches. So when I first got up this morning, I drank some pickleball cocktail, the blue raspberry flavor that you mentioned. And then when I was done playing, I then drank some Fruit Punch Electrolyte Supreme. I absolutely love that flavor, and I was feeling great.
You can't go wrong with any of the products over at Jigsaw Health. They also created a documentary called Breaking Pickleball, which is on Amazon Prime. You should check it out. It's a great documentary, and you got some cameos by these two handsome fellows right here that you're looking at. It's very enjoyable. If you want to experience a well-produced documentary about pickleball, definitely check that out as well.
Yeah, episode 90 has come to a close, but we can't totally come to a close until we find out Eddie's closing thoughts.
So what did we learn today? We learned that Ben Johns, well, he might not give a crap about bronze medal matches. We also learned how to assert dominance over your pickleball doubles partner. We discussed the yips and talked about some strategies and how you could overcome them. And we learned that I might be making a little bit of a career change. But that's going to do it for us for episode 90. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's a topic you want us to talk about, throw it down in the comments below. If you love us or hate us, throw it down in the comments below. If you had a bologna sandwich for lunch, tell us about it in the comments below. Do you see the theme here?
And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on that thumbs up.
That's right. We need to ask that more. Webby, this was a good one. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. And on that note, Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.
See ya.
Well, we're dinking around with Eddie and Webby. Dinking around with Eddie and Webby tonight.
Oh yeah.